Students, in today's lecture of RTS, we are going to understand, or we are going to take an example, right, which actually make you understand how the deadline and how the timing constant has been made, right? So let's take an example of heating furnace, right? See, we are actually considering a system. We require certain system, definitely we require some systems in order to monitor and control the heating furnace. पे हमारा कोई भी heating furnace है, उसका हम एग्जाम्पल देख रहे हैं और इसमें हम ये देखेंगे कि what type of system, वो सिस्टम किस तरह से वर्क करता है जो उसे मॉनिटर करता है, राइट? क्लियर? सो एक्चुअली लेट्स टर्न ऑन द हीटिंग फर्नेस. हमने सबसे पहले क्या किया, वी हैव स्टार्टेड द हीटिंग फर्नेस, राइट, एंड इट टेक्स 20 mS टू इनिशलाइज. जब भी हम हीटिंग फर्नर को ऑन करेंगे तो सिस्टम जो है, विच सिस्टम, द सिस्टम विच मॉनिटर्स एंड कंट्रोल हीटिंग फर्नेस, जो सिस्टम इसको मॉनिटर करता है और कंट्रोल करता है, वो 20 mS लेता है शुरू होने के लिए, व्हेन वी टर्न ऑन द हीटिंग फर्नेस, राइट. Now, after initialization, every 100 ms, the system samples and read the temperature sensor. Right? We know that we are considering an example of heating furnace. First step that we have done is where we have switch on heating furnace, right? And the second step, what we have done, whatever system which is being used to monitor and control the heating system, it actually take 20 ms to initialize, and after 20 ms the system which is actually monitoring and controlling the heating furnace, it's also started. Now we'll see how this system actually work. What is the process, what is processes go through the system which actually monitor and control the heating furnace. Now after initialization or after every 100 ms, the system samples and read the temperature system. अब हमारा जो सिस्टम है ये क्या करता है, सैम्पल करता है और रीड करता है क्या रीड करता है, टेम्परेचर सेंसर को, एंड कंप्यूट्स द कंट्रोल लॉ फॉर द फर्नेस टू प्रोसेस द टेम्परेचर रीडिंग. और ये क्या करता है, कंट्रोल लॉ करता है कंप्यूट, क्यों, ताकि वो प्रोसेस कर सके टेम्परेचर्स की रीडिंग को, राइट. determines the correct flow rate of the fuel. अब वो देखता है कि whether the fuel which is actually responsible for heating it, उसका correct rate आ रहा है, whatever quantity is being required, that quantity is being given. It makes sure air and coolant, whatever amount of air is being required, that total, in order to process, in order to control, or in order to, make the heating furnace work, is acting properly, proper amount is being sent, proper coolant is being sent. This is something which actually it computes and through control law, right. Now the periodic computations can stated in terms of release time of a job computing. कोई भी periodic computation को हम state कर सकते हैं किसकी term में, release time of a job, computing the control law. अब भाई कंट्रोल लॉ से हमने क्या डिटरमाइन किया था, फ्लो ऑफ फ्यूल, फ्लो ऑफ एयर, फ्लो ऑफ कूलेंट, ये सब के लिए हम क्या यूज़ कर रहे थे, सिस्टम क्या यूज़ कर रहा है, कंट्रोल लॉ यूज़ कर रहा है ताकि इसको टेम्परेचर की रीडिंग्स मिल जाए. अब पीरियोडिक कंपटीशन में क्या होता है, वो स्टार्ट होता है रिलीज टाइम के बेसिस पे. किसी भी जॉब के रिलीज टाइम के बेसिस पे हमारा पीरियोडिक कंपटीशन स्टार्ट होता है, जो कि यूज़ कर होता है कंप्यूटिंग द कंट्रोल लॉ, राइट. तो कंट्रोल लॉ कंट्रोल कर रहा है क्या, कंट्रोल लॉ इज एक्चुअली कंप्यूटिंग व्हाट, द प्रोसेस ऑफ द टेम्परेचर रीडिंग. अब टेम्परेचर रीडिंग को कंट्रोल करने वाला कंट्रोल लॉ है. अब पीरियोडिक कंप्यूटेशन वो है जो स्टार्ट होता है रिलीज टाइम पे और ये कंप्यूट करता है कंट्रोल लॉ पे. तो हैव यू गॉट द इनडायरेक्ट रिलेशन ऑफ द पीरियोडिक कंप्यूटेशन विद द कंट्रोल लॉ और विद द टेम्परेचर रीडिंग. हमारा जो पीरियोडिक कंपटीशन का है ये इनडायरेक्टली अफेक्ट कर रहा है व्हाट, टेम्परेचर की रीडिंग, राइट. हम हीटिंग फर्नेस कंसीडर कर रहे हैं ना, तो उसके टेम्परेचर रीडिंग लेने के लिए हु इज़ द पर्सन, और सॉरी, विच सिस्टम इज एक्चुअली इनडायरेक्टली affecting it, it's periodic computation, right. Why periodic computation? Because periodic computation is computing the control law, and control law is actually controlling the system. It is actually calculating the process temperature reading, right. This is clear. So let's take an example. Now this is a time slot which has been mentioned by a horizontal line. You can see 20, 120, 220, 220, 330, and this is the job J0, J1, J2, J3. This is going to be release time. So this is clear. Now let's take an example, another example. Suppose each job must complete before release of the next job. हमने एक कंस्ट्रेंट कंसीडर कर लिया. लेट अस टेक एन कंसीडर कि हमारा जो जॉब है वो दूसरी जॉब को स्टार्ट करने से पहले, रिलीज करने से पहले जो फर्स्ट जॉब है दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बी completed. So what type of compulsion is there? The compulsion which is there is that the first job needs to be completed before starting the second job, right? So JK is a related deadline to 100 ms and JK as absolute deadline is 20 plus K plus 1 into 100, right? This is clear. Now alternatively each control law computation may be required to finish sooner. हमें ऑल्टरनेटिवली क्या ज़रूरत पड़ती है? कंप्यूटेशन लॉ की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. क्यों? ताकि हम उसे जल्दी से फिनिश कर सकें. सो दैट इज़ द रिलेटेड डेडलाइन इज स्मॉलर देन द टाइम बिटवीन द जॉब. हमारा जो रिलेटेड डेडलाइन है विच इज़ बीन अलॉटेड वो क्या होती है? स्मॉल होती है. विथ स्मॉलर देन व्हाट? द टाइम विच इज़ बीन गिवन or the time which is there in between the two job, allowing some slack time for the other job. अब हमारी रिलेटिव डेडलाइन जो है यदि वो दो जॉब की कंप्लीशन से कम होगी तो हमें कोई स्लैक टाइम मिल जाएगा, एक स्पेयर टाइम मिल जाएगा जिसको हम यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं दूसरे जॉब में. दिस इज क्लियर टू यू? So how we are actually gaining the slack time? We are actually reducing the length of relative deadline, right? We are making the relative deadline smaller, so smaller than what? The time between the jobs, so that we can gain some extra time or slack time for other job, right? Whatever slack time is being is being saved that we can use or that we can utilize in finishing other jobs. So slack time is basically the difference between completion time and earliest possible completion time. अब जो कंप्लीशन टाइम और अर्लीस्ट पॉसिबल कंप्लीशन टाइम के बीच का जो डिफरेंस होता है उसे हम कह देते हैं स्लैक टाइम. भाई हमें फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल बाय विच द स्लैक टाइम, द कंसेप्ट ऑफ द स्लैक टाइम विल बी मोर क्लियर टू यू. सपोज देयर इज वन जॉब J1 and you need to finish the job J1 within the time slot of 1 second to say 10 seconds. Now instead, so the deadline which is being provided to you is 10 seconds. At most you can finish the job J1 at the 10 second, right? But you have finished the job J1 at 8 second. So you get this, which extra time you got? You got that 2 second extra because that the time which is being given to finish the job J1 or the deadline which has been provided to you finish job J1 is 10 minutes. Now instead of 10 minutes you can finish it within the deadline, means you can finish earlier or at the deadline. Now what you have done, the job J1 is supposed to be finished before deadline, say 10 minutes at 8 minutes. So the at most deadline which is given to you is 10 minutes and you finish it in 8 मिनट. भाई आपको 10 मिनट दिए हुए थे जॉब को फिनिश करने के लिए, डेडलाइन वॉज गिवन टू यू 10 मिनट, लेकिन आपने उस जॉब को 8 मिनट में फिनिश कर लिया. तो 10 - 8 इज 2 मिनट. तो ये जो 2 मिनट हमें मिले हैं ये एक्स्ट्रा मिनट है और इसको हम कह सकते हैं स्लैक टाइम. Now the concept of slack time is clear to you and that slack time can be utilized in order to finish some other job. और इस जॉब को, slack time को हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं कैसे? दूसरे जॉब्स के अंदर, right? Clear? Any problem? So let's move further. Now if you see this diagram, you'll see that there is one horizontal line which is actually indicating the time, right? टाइम इंडिकेट कर रही है MS में. अब हमारा जो डेडलाइन है, रिलेटिव डेडलाइन इज 220 टू फिनिश द जॉब, राइट? एंड एब्सोल्यूट डेडलाइन इज ऑल्सो 220. रिलेटिव डेडलाइन इज 100 ms. Sorry, the related deadline which has been provided in this figure is 100 ms and absolute deadline which has been provided to you is 220 ms. Now suppose you finish it at say in between somewhere. So this is the slack time. Slack time between, what is the slack time? Slack time is the earliest completion, or between the completion time and the earliest possible completion time. So this slack time is being denoted by J3, that is somewhere in between 220, and this can be utilized to finish off some other job, right? So the concept of slack time is clear to you. Now we'll see hard versus soft real-time system, right? See, we know that a real-time system can be of two types: hard real-time system and soft real-time system. So we'll understand the concept of hard real-time system and the soft real-time system. See, the fairness of the time constraint affect how we reason about the engineer the system. भाई किसी भी सिस्टम की हमारा वर्किंग है या फर्मनेस है वो डिपेंड करेगी कि वो उसके टाइम कॉन्स्टेंट क्या है. If the job must never miss its deadline, then the system is described a hard real-time system. Abhi I have told you the system is of two type, hard real-time and soft real-time. So if I have to mention you in a precise way, यदि आपको precise way में मुझे समझाना हुआ, then how I am going to differentiate between the hard real-time and the soft real-time? In case of hard real-time, the job must never miss the deadline. Whatever job has been allocated to whatever deadline has been allocated to a job, the job needs to finish that job within that deadline only, right? Whereas in case of soft real time system, the little bit of here and there is acceptable. Means even the job is not going to affect a system, or system is not going to be affected even if the job misses a deadline, right? So impact of it is not more on the system. And such system where you can miss the deadline and it doesn't affect the system so much, such time slot can be termed as soft real time. And hard TM time never misses the deadline. Soft real time can miss the deadline. I think we'll discuss this topic in detail in the next lecture. That's all for today. So today we have discussed about what? We have discussed about we have taken a heating furnace example, and then we have discussed about the periodic competition, how the periodic competition take place. Then we have seen an example, and then we have understood the concept of slack time, and in a very precise way we have already understood what is hard and real time system, right? So I think that's all for today, and still if you have any problem, please feel free to ask me. Thank you so very much for watching this video.